Today we're jumping into something that hits close to home for many but isn't talked about enough. How does having a narcissistic wife affect your work life? You might not even notice, but this kind of relationship can really mess with your career and peace of mind. We're going to look at the signs and what you can do to keep your professional life on track. And hey, don't skip out early. I've got a special bonus tip at the end just for you. Now, let's get started. 1. Decreased focus and productivity. Let's kick things off by talking about your focus and how much work you're actually getting done. Imagine this. You're sitting at your desk, and instead of knocking out that report due in a couple of hours, you're replaying last night's argument in your head. Sound familiar? That's because being in a tough relationship, especially with someone who's all about themselves, can really eat into your concentration. You're not alone if you find your mind wandering off to personal issues instead of the task at hand. But your job needs your brain power, and if half of that is stuck on what's happening at home, you're not giving it your all. This isn't about blaming anyone, but understanding the impact so you can do something about it. When your mind is clear, you can do your job better, feel more accomplished, and, let's be honest, you're just a happier person. So, what can you do? Start with setting some boundaries for yourself. Work time is work time, and home time is home time. Easier said than done, I know, but even small steps count. Try turning off your phone notifications or dedicating specific times to think about personal matters. Keeping these worlds as separate as possible helps you stay focused and productive. 2. Professional image and relationships. Moving on, let's chat about how your professional image and relationships at work can take a hit. You know how it is, right? You're dealing with so much drama at home that it starts to show up in your work life. Maybe you're not as patient as usual, or you're a bit short with your colleagues. It's not really you, but it's what's happening, and others start to notice. Here's the thing. Your work buddies, your boss, even your clients, they all start to get this vibe from you. Maybe you're not as involved in projects, or you're missing out on details you usually wouldn't. It's like a domino effect. Your home life starts shaking up your work life, and that's not what you want, right? But it's something you can manage. First up, take a moment each morning to set your intentions for the day. It's like giving yourself a mini pep talk. Remind yourself that no matter what's going on outside work, you're going to be the best you can be during work hours. Also, try to keep personal calls or texts to a minimum while you're at work. It helps keep those worlds apart. And if someone at work does notice you're off and asks about it, it's okay to say you're going through a tough time, but you're handling it. You don't have to spill all the beans, but acknowledging it can help. Plus, it shows you're human but also committed to your job. 3. Career decisions and ambitions. When you're caught up in a relationship with someone who's always center stage, it's easy to lose sight of your own goals and dreams. You might start to doubt your career choices or downplay your ambitions because you're too busy handling drama or trying to keep peace at home. Your career and personal growth shouldn't take a backseat to anyone else's ego, not even your wife's. But when you're with someone who demands all the attention, you might find yourself saying no to opportunities just because it might upset the balance at home. Or worse, you might not go after that promotion because you're worried about what your partner will say. So, what's the move here? Start by reevaluating what you want out of your career. Set some clear goals for yourself, ones that get you excited and feel true to who you are. Then, carve out time each week to focus on these goals. It could be learning a new skill, networking, or just updating your resume. It's about finding what makes you tick professionally and going for it. Don't let her wants hold you back. Your ambitions are valid and worth pursuing. And being passionate and driven in your career can actually boost your confidence in all areas of your life. If you're nodding along thinking, yep, that's my life, please hit that like button. Better yet, share your story in the comments. We're all in this together, and your comment could really help someone else out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights and tips. 4. Work-life balance. Now, let's tackle the big one, work-life balance. You might think, what balance? And I hear you. When your home life feels like a reality TV show, keeping that separate from your job can feel impossible. But here's why it's super important. A good balance means you're not carrying the weight of your personal issues into the office every day. It means when you're at work, you're actually working, and when you're home, you're dealing with home stuff. Here's a little secret. No one's perfect at this. We all struggle, but starting with small steps can lead to big changes. Try setting clear work hours if you can. When you're done for the day, really be done. Turn off those work emails and focus on something else, anything else. Give your mind a break from one world while you deal with the other. And you know what? Taking breaks is okay. In fact, it's necessary. If you're all work, no play, or all home drama, no downtime, you're going to burn out. And burnt out you is no good to anyone, at work or at home. Find something that takes you out of both worlds for a bit, like a hobby or exercise. Setting these boundaries is not about building walls, but creating spaces where you can be your best self, whether you're crunching numbers or sorting out personal issues. 5. Stress management and mental health. When things at home feel like they're spiraling, it's like carrying a backpack full of rocks around all day. That weight doesn't just disappear when you clock in at work. It follows you, sitting heavy on your shoulders, making everything feel a bit harder. But here's the deal. Taking care of your mind is just as crucial as taking care of your body. You wouldn't run a marathon with a sprained ankle, right? So why push through work with your mind all twisted up? It's okay to admit you're not okay. That's step 1. Step 2 is doing something about it. This could be talking to a friend, going for a walk, or anything that gives your brain a break. Looking after your mental health isn't selfish. You're no good to anyone, least of all yourself, if you're running on empty. 6. Financial implications. All right, let's dive into something a lot of people don't like talking about: money. But here's the deal. When you're in a rocky relationship, especially with someone who's got narcissistic traits, your finances can start to feel the strain too. It's not just about her maybe spending too much or not contributing enough. It's about how this stress and imbalance affect your ability to make sound decisions at work and manage your career growth. Think about it. If you're stressed about money all the time, that's going to suck up a lot of your mental energy. Energy that you could be using to work on that big project, ask for a raise, or even look for new job opportunities. Instead, you're over here trying to balance your budget and figure out your next move at home. But here's the thing. You can take control back. Start with a simple budget, know what's coming in and going out. And yes, that includes having tough conversations about spending and saving, even if they're uncomfortable. The clearer you are about your finances, the less they'll weigh you down at work. This isn't just about cutting costs. It's about making smart choices that help you feel secure and focused. When you're not worried about money all the time, you can bring your A game to work. Plus, being financially savvy and stable is attractive, in a career sense and personally. Bonus tip. All right, you've made it to the end. And like I promised, here's that special bonus tip. Build a support network. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I've got friends, I'm fine. But hear me out. Having a solid group of people, both in and out of work, can make all the difference. It's like having your own personal cheer squad and advice panel all rolled into one. Think about it. When things get tough at home, it's these folks who can help you keep your chin up. They're the ones you can vent to, ask for advice, or just hang out with when you need a break from all the drama. And it's not just about having people to talk to. A good support network can give you perspective, help you solve problems, and even boost your mood. Take a look at your current circle. Start strengthening those bonds, and maybe even reach out to new people. It's not about the number of friends, but the quality of those connections. Trust me, having this network is like a safety net for your mental and emotional health. It's something everyone needs, especially when dealing with the roller coaster of a narcissistic relationship. The more you know about narcissism, the easier it is to deal with. Watch our video on how to shift the power balance in your relationship, or find out what a narcissistic wife will say to deflect blame. Thanks for watching.